Hey guys, welcome to Instinctual Tarot. I'm DREEDEN and I'm here to give you guys a reading for the end of September 2021. We are officially in Mercury Retrograde right now. So I'm gonna jump right into this. And just like always, I prayed off the camera, but I'm gonna ask Spirit, send you guys love and light, and that these messages, if you find any, reach you in the best mind, body, and spirit. I'm gonna start with the Elemental Power Tarot, and then I'm going to lead off in the Traditional Tarot after I do that. And I'm gonna pick a couple of energies for you guys to see what's good with you. And no matter where you're watching this at, make sure you always come and see me over at Facebook. That's where I have all my, everyday content I post there. Death card. Just Okay, guys. Okay, guys, in your first element, you have the Death card, which means you guys are coming into situations of transition. Most of these things that have to do with your transition have to do with your physical attribute and money to the things that you're coming to in life right now. I see a lot of you guys celebrating within these situations of moving forward within a certain depth or attribute of coming in. I also see Scorpio could be affecting these changes and situations in your life at this time. Also, the Ace of Pentacles speaks of a gift being given after a moment of strife. So you basically just went through something that the universe is actually trying to give you back. Something that you may have lost in the past, or something that you're freshly trying to acquire within growth, within yourself, that you can ultimately see within change. And that comes with the Nine of Pentacles that asks you, are you able to move forward within this time? Because there'll be some things that can also block these situations when it comes to certain deaths, because ultimately change is very hard, right? So we walk firmly to our goals, so we'll understand those situations that we come into. But you don't have to worry about that, because there is a lot of emotional fulfillment that will be going on. This could be celebrations between you, your personal self, and your accomplishments, your goals, your dreams. It always come in threes, you know. The things you love, the qualities of life. So at this moment, these deaths that you may be moving in, ultimately soon, could be a reflection of the things you're giving up today. And that's a nice thing, because also moving in this, you got to watch how certain energies, Scorpio energy is very, I hate to say malicious, but I want to say it's very tough sometimes when it's coming between the mind and your physical aspects. It's that toughness that you got to give certain things. I'm seeing like that is your boundary for you people right now, is to give this toughness, this boundary to your causes and your attributes of the things you want to do in your life. Those are the causes of your great manifestations that you'll see pride in. And I like that. That's how you're supposed to move forward within certain aspects of life and growth and stability. It starts with your foundation, which is personal depths and goals, which leads you ultimately into the beautiful aspects of being more fulfilled in the things you got going on. So you group of people are really coming into our own of realizing what it means to have the fulfillment in your life, right? Certain goals, certain growths, being honored by the situations that you put the hard work into. Ultimately, I see hard work within these efforts. It just didn't come easy. The ultimate gift is the pride and joy that you get from knowing that you put in the effort, that put out the hand for spirit to bless you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is, you know, of a surprise when it comes of your own personal growth, deaths, and rebirths. I like you people. The next people must be my people. We move into the magician spirit. Like, so basically, with moon, judgment, and empress, this comes with a judgment of understanding that you ain't gonna understand it all, and that there is life in not understanding it all and just throwing yourself into whatever these things is. Mostly this is got to do with a lot of personal inner works, the things that you hold dear to you, your own personal businesses, not the jobs that you work for. These are the things that you go within to understand, you know, the quality of self and where it's come from. You have judgment and the moon is here. Those two together actually tells me that the things that you don't understand right now, because the moon brings a lot of energy of the unknown, right? Shadow elements, even living in the shadow and seeing where that brings you in a certain aspect of life. So moving within that is a certain judgment and quality of where you guys want to be. And where that is in a manifestive state of getting everything you want. Because with Judgment and the Empress, that shows a quality of freeness, of healing, certain knowledge that needs to be played with to understand a certain quality of life. The Magician trumps the shadow elements, because if you're gonna have all you need within working in your shadow, you know, you guys, your shadow is basically what you do to know that spirit is real and that those are the things that you're walking into. We all have them qualities, but do we actually take them on your day-to-day? So you people are really understanding that I might not know it all, but I'm still gonna go for mine. This is a very much quality of, you know, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth signs, Taurus. This is like you guys are really in the element of taking on what needs to be, you know, said, moved. There's a lot of quality in most situations in that. Because sometimes we got to understand there is joy in judgment. Now, also judgment within the tarot don't always mean that, you know, somebody's getting their underlying judgment. It's just meaning that your energy is, the universe is going to repay you back for certain things that you didn't know of. And that could be people, places, and things. I mean, I don't know your life, so, you know, you put it where it fits. But within this quality and situations, we move on to the third people, which they have justice. But justice in the Hierophant and the number 5 of the 5 of Swords, which saying that you moved into a personal space of perseverance. You prevailed over certain things, energies, people, places, things that actually didn't want to see you do no good. They always say in this card, are you the one that stands victorious, or are you the wounded warrior walking away defeated? Well, I always say I'm the one that wear the green and the red, right? With more thought in your mind that you can need. These are certain thought systems, certain minds, certain mechanisms, and certain people. But you come from a place of the high priestess, which tells them that these people couldn't mess with you on your bad day. That's obviously the certain energies that called to be, you know, on the forefront of you guys' mind. Because if you didn't understand how quality works, that's quality right there. The high priestess, you can't get no better than that coming from a state of personal mind and endurance. It's like something that tops anything else in quality. When it has personal and self-care to do with it, that's top. But you guys having the Justice card as your main situation, and there could be a Libra, or by Libra season, you will have defeated people, places, things, and situations that actually came to hinder certain growth of yours. There's the Heart and the Feather. So even in your own convictions, make sure you know, the Heart and the Feather is supposed to weigh the same. Like your heart's supposed to be just as light as the feather, meaning don't hold grudges, carry ill will, malice for people, places, and things that ultimately wanted to defeat you but couldn't. See, you people is on a real high type of space of energy and wealth. Because anytime the high priestess come with justice, there is no other alternative to how you can and cannot move on from your situations of life and expressions. Life and impression. So people see you absolutely, you know, having this justice within your own right. That shines off into your world, that is ultimately going to change most of the things that you're going to come up to in the future. But you got to be willing and wanting to do those things and absolutely come through for yourself, which you do. Because with these two together, you cannot ever lose. There's some type of growth and prosperity that you wasn't supposed to get. But like most of us, by the 27th of September 2021, we took the time to do the things that we were supposed to do to overcome the bullshit that was coming our way. Because if you was prepared and in line, you was already ready for it. See, the enemy was seeing you getting prepared, but they didn't know because your moves were so silent. Right? The moves were silent, so your words wouldn't be spoken and you wasn't telling people what you was doing, so it was kind of hard for them to kind of hinder certain situations that you got into, but you had to move certain things out the way to actually, no, I take that back. That's like a willow oak tree type of situation. You actually grounded yourself in your situations that ultimately moved you into these better situations that you're about to see. Because that's like defeating the shadow. But versus the other people that have to confront it and use your, you know what I'm saying? These people is using every tool in a box to keep their situations together with the moon and the judgment. But the judgment, which is justice in the elemental deck, is the same thing when it's in the physical, you know, physical element. So when you take your justice right along with your Hierophant, you don't get nothing but the abundance of spirit ready to move on whatever it was that you had to come against just recently. And I'm talking about right when Mercury retrograde just came into play, which is the last day. And if you did defeat these certain situations, I also want to let you know that that energy that you're in now, that Hierophant energy, that Hierophant, you know what I'm saying, high priestess energy, that will be around for a very long time to come. About 7 years, but don't quote me on that. But I think it's about 7 years, give or take. And within this energy, out of all three of these scenarios, you guys, especially the first one with the death, that means the ending of the situations that came up to you guys and that you actually turned into a power move. That there's nothing in your way blocking your things. You put to rest all the shit that you were supposed to from jump, which counteracted everything here. So as a collective message with all three of those situations going on, a death to the situations that you didn't know of, judgment to the qualities of your life, which says the Empress, the joys and the wonders of the things that you want to do is at your fingertips. You definitely already stopped the situations here that you was going into, and now it done took over something more amazing that's going to turn into everything you wanted, unless you stay straight and narrow. Keep using every tool in your little toolbox. Keep pulling out your magic books and your spells your good ones. That's just your right thoughts, right? Spirit give you right thoughts. You ask Jehovah, Allah, whoever you pray to give you the strength, right? And then you'll overcome all the situations that you do not know of or do not see right now, because you have this faith, this tide of justice on your shoulder that you're gonna walk with and trust. Nobody gonna be able to stop you out of that situation. So you guys definitely did the work that you were supposed to do coming in at energy stance. You know, instinctual tarot only focus on the energy. Yeah, I could tell you who's messing with you and who's doing that, but I don't think that would get you out of, you know what I'm saying, or into a better situation. So I like to focus the energy just on you and what you're feeling and where you're going into. So you know what I'm saying, have all you need to prosper, which you're already good on in your own every death, the magician, and justice as center energies for the collective. You don't get no better than that. Even in people that are in their shadow, you know, and doing things that they know they ain't supposed to be doing or whatever, you're using the main ground magician energy. So that means you know what you're doing, you know where you're coming from, and those things could have their judgment of their own, but it comes in an empress types of, yeah, it comes in an empress type of energy. So you're moving with the intuition, the knowledge, and awareness of, you know what I'm saying? This is also feminine energy. Not meaning I'm only talking about a woman, but, you know, feminine energy, the aspects of femininity. That is beautiful. And this has been Instinctual Tarot. I am DREEDEN. And remember, all these messages might not resonate. And if it did, you take it where it does, apply it to that, and you leave the rest. I am DREEDEN once again, and this has been Instinctual Tarot, and I will see you guys later. Blessings.